Hey, big thank you to Shay's channel, Mate Goody Make, Sean Warren, Ian Shelvington, Corrupted, Michael Cassell, Blameboard, Chicken, and Silla Cybing for contributing by the join button. If you do enjoy the content, make sure you click that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell to help support the content even further. Enjoy the show, my friends. Hey there, welcome back to Noita. I'm Supper of Let's Suffer Together back. In the mountains, my friends. That's a nice way to start off. Beautiful. Hey, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are going to be finding all them little orbs today, you know? Going on a little mission, going on a little bit of an adventure. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. And the Olympics are well underway now. And with the Olympics comes, well, apparently nobody watching. There's been a few things around Olympics. Of course, everyone enjoys a nice little bit of sport, right? You know? Nice little bit of sport now and again. Some people don't, you know, fair enough. I used to not like sport back in high school, you know. Didn't really get it. But as I grew older, I saw the value in, you know, enjoying a little PvP competition, you know, multiple people going at it, kicking some ass. Hey, even individual sports, you know, sometimes now and again. However, since there's no audience at the Olympics, it does feel a little bit different, you know? And, yeah. Hey, just concentrate on the sport. No need for audiences to, you know, scream and shout. It's the booing, like at the World Cup, all the booing. I didn't really get, you know, all that booing. Like, especially when they were playing at Wembley in England, and England were playing against someone else, and he was booing everybody. It was really, you know, what the fuck? Come on, man. You know, it's not. For one, especially if you're in the middle of play and you're booing the opposing team, your team who's playing might be like, oh, are they booing at us? You know? Oh no, we've let our supporters down for whatever reason, because you're playing a game, you're not thinking about reasonable and rational things, right? I don't know. But yeah, it just always seemed counterproductive to boo, you know? I don't know. But we're in the water, we've gone east, you've gone Eastworld, gonna find in a reasonable and rational way all of the orbs. We've got 14 already, you know? We've got 19 left to go, but we're going to find them in the quickest and most rational way. We're going to do a big circle around Eastworld. And of course, we don't want it to crash. We don't want any crashes. But traveling through the water like this, it does promote a little bit of crashing now and again, but we'll be alright. Everything will be good. But the Olympics, yeah man, the Olympics, right? So, I like watching XQC, and he's really got into the Olympics, right? And he's got a massive following on Twitch. You know, a lot of young people. And he's watching sport to learn about the different sports, right? And, you know, promoting good sport to all his viewers. You know, and getting into some, you know, touch grass and all that. However, of course, when it comes to content, a lot of big corporations, you know, media corporations spend a lot of money to, you know, have the Olympics on their channels. So, you know, they live DMCA banned XQC, so he was banned. He was only banned for like 4 hours. But if a DMCA gets put through on the content you're streaming at the moment, you get live DMCA banned. Which happened to him for the Olympics. So I think it was MSNBC or something like that that must have live banned him, or at least put in the DMCA to do so. But it's one of those, he just, like, you know, he was excited to show all his community some nice sports. And for all the, you know, for people of every age range to get into some sports, that's a positive thing, right? Apparently, the big corporations don't give a shit. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's not about anything but the money. And protecting the content, of course. Even though, right, the Olympics is pretty much on every fucking channel in every country. You know, it's ridiculous. Like, the BBC, just, there's no adverts on the BBC, but we do, you know, pay TV license. Well, some of us do. Yeah. It's a bit mixed messages, you know? Oh, the kids need to get into sport these days. Oh, ban this dude who's promoting it. Oh, but we need some HP, so the trick blood money, yeah, we're gonna get on that. Of course. We also need to get infinite money. That'll come in later when we're looking to build our powerful wand. Of course, we've got the always cast. mana to power, which we've got 5,000 mana, 5,200-ish mana. So we're going to be able to build some really, really good stuff with that. We're going to test it out later when we've refilled the capacity on it. But, of course, what we're doing here is going around Eastworld, looping around. This is my preferred loop, what I'm doing here. And by the way, I'm not actually playing currently. I fucked up, right? There was a power cut earlier on, and yeah, it turned my interface off without me knowing it, and I didn't actually check because I'm a fucking idiot. So I am watching myself play, re-recording over Streamlabs. I'm watching this in VLC at the moment, so I'm not playing, so I can concentrate on talking, which is actually possibly turning out to be a positive, because, you know, I don't have to concentrate on the game, and I can just shoot the shit and talk to you all. Yeah, big mistake. So I've made the other video that I've already published, you know, unlisted. And, yeah, that was, you know, great. It's happened before, and it's a bit annoying. But this time, you know, I'll put the effort in. I'll voice it over. Yeah. A lot of bright lights. We're digging like a powerful worm, right? And I feel like, you know, we're scaring all the enemies into compliance. We took Tiny to go fight. Oh, I forgot about that one. I'm poly out the chest, man. This is why always people come in your channel when you stream, when you're playing Noita, and always ask, you know, or even in the comment section, you know, what's the problem? You're not gonna, you're pretty much invulnerable, right? Fuck no. Even when you've got 4 more love, which I've got now, so like only certain enemies attack me, and they're not really that dangerous. Hey, the more you go down to New Game Plus, the more dangerous it is. Having any enemy attack you, because all damage scales. I'm not sure fire and poison, well, toxic actually scales, but you know, ominous liquid damage does. Percentage-based damage generally does with ominous liquid. And if you pick up cursed orbs and you get the actual curse, if you don't have glass cannon, yeah, that will multiply as well. Okay, how you doing, bro? See, yeah, it's a bit of a fresh experience, me not playing the game and actually just chilling and chatting, commentating over what I've previously done, you know. But with the Olympics, I'm kind of waiting. Some of it's on early in the morning, and you know, it depends what's on. I'll watch sometimes any sport, but it's easy for me to get distracted and then just go back on YouTube and, you know, either watch highlights or just, you know, not watch it and then watch something else. Yeah, some good video gaming, perhaps, you know. Oh, but still playing Dark Souls on the old Twitch at the moment. We got fucked up here. I obviously had liquid on my cape. We didn't have stainless to help us prevent the damage, but now we've got the liquid off, we can just chill. Stainless is marvelous, you know. Really does a good work. So I hope there isn't any, you know, quality issue with me just watching on VLC Media Player with a, you know, video capture in Streamlabs. Probably not. I think we'll be all right. Hey, I've got to do something. I can't leave you all. I had a yesterday off, you know. I can't leave you with 2 days. But what we're doing now, we're going to get a lot of money. A hell of a lot of money. If you remember, last time we got a lot of extra greed, but we didn't really go after money. So we doubled our money there. And we need 2.14 billion to get the infinite sign on our money. Which means we'll never run out, but I can't buy anything. I can't reroll over 2.14 billion, which is nice that the reroll machines are broke. It's more for the spells, to, the gold to power spell we might want. Look at that, beautiful. Great healing as well, you know, on the slide. It's quite nice. I could actually, I could do things. I could fast forward. You know, I could actually, just, you know, see my mouse. I could go on the, could put this at 1.25 times. You know, the video's only an hour anyway, and it's, you know, it's only 3:30 in the morning. I'll get a nice 8 hours. But streaming Dark Souls at the moment, we are up against a nice woof woof, and we got into a covenant with an old kitty cat, you know? So it's the natural, classic rivalry of cats versus dogs. You know, I've gotten into some shady shit with some cat that was, you know, very cryptic. We found a doggy with a big sword in his mouth and he's come at me. Hey, we had a good fight. I haven't beat him yet, but, you know, I had a very confidence-inspiring fight with Sif and the doggo, and we went round upgrading our armor, and afterwards it was just, you know, really nice fight. But again, the old power digging looked like a terrifying lava worm. There's a few places I might actually skip when I'm looking, you know, when I know there's a little bit of me looking around, I might actually, you know, just go down here. Just, I mean, this is actually quite cool, in a way. I don't mind watching over my old run, having a bit of commentary over it. You know, it's fresh, it's new, it's brand fucking spanking. You know, never been done before. And, yeah, we'll just have a wander around, see what's the business that I accidentally... The thing is, right, half of my effort, you know, I played the game, we got the footage and material. However, me talking for an hour before while doing this was completely useless. So I was just, essentially, normally, me talking for an hour has purpose, right? However, the previous hour, well, the microphone wasn't on because we had a power cut and it fucked my interface up. Hence why I'm here right now, redoing everything. It was complete. So I just sat here in my room, talking to myself for an hour with no purpose. That is normally the sign of a crazy person. I mean, the act of content creation is it's kind of borderline, you know. I mean, luckily, it has a purpose that we're entertaining people, but, you know, it's debatable whether, you know, me sat here talking to myself every day is an act of sanity. Yeah, we're getting another orb. 20! You see how rapid we're getting them? This is why I like this method of going round in the circle I'm going in. We also use the timer hits and depth mod. You see me at 700 there on the y-axis? I know that. I knew that from last last video. The other ones, however, I'm relying on, you know, the location being smaller. Again, it's the same as it was last time in Eastworld and Westworld. It's the same rough location. And we know, you know, the rough locations, they can be in any way, in any room, in New Game Plus. But Uko! I love this. The amount of Ukos you get in this place and in the Wizard's Den. I like to believe in the Wizard's Den there is more Ukos than any other enemy. Even if that's not true. You know, there's 4 there, man, in view. I like to think the Wizard's Den is Uko's place, really, you know. And if to prove my point, there we go again. More Uko everywhere. Fuck the Polymancer, you know. But we do get some science done with the Always Cast as well a little bit later on. And actually, I might be able to pay a bit more attention. Because I was going to leave it up to you lot to help me out with the numbers that came up, because I couldn't tell. And you'll see what I mean later on a little bit, so stick around. Ukos everywhere, man. I mean, you could, you know, hook them all up to a generator and power this entire world off the Ukos here. You know, just get some copper wiring on them. Is copper wiring good for electricity or just, you know, information? Don't know. The Fluxium and teleport liquid I have on me currently is useless. We can't use the guiding powder. So we are using our own wits and memory, and luckily you can hear the orb from, like, a little ways away, not too far, you know, you have to be in the vicinity. And luckily, glass cannon means I can pick it up, and go on a roll. But now we're at infinite money, you know, very quick. I was very happy to pick up the money, the greed perks I had last time. However, unless Trick Blood Money gives you more healing for the bigger chunks of gold, which I think it does. Greed, all the greed I've collected is now useless. You know what I mean? Apart from the Trick Blood Money combination with Greed and the bigger chunks, Trick Blood Money offers a really nice healing. But for money procurement, actually useless. There's no more need for it. We don't need any more Greed, apart from the healing. And we could build a healing one anyway if we wanted. We've got a Tower, we've got Teleport, and a Healing Bolt. We did never find Circle of Vigor, so we were at 22. We're pretty much 2/3 of the way there. We're 15 minutes in. This is such a rapid ascent into 33 orbs, and of course we need 33 orbs to get the maximum amount of HP for the boss fight for this new game plus. Which again, it's going to be so good to see if this wand works. Mana to damage, 5,000 mana on the wand. We have 100% crit, which is 5 times damage. Now it'll be interesting to see, because we'll get the crit. So if the, so say the crit works, that should be 25,000 damage, just with the crit alone, extra damage from the 5,000 mana. If we get an extra 25 times that crit damage from the glass cannon, ooh, now that sounds sexy, doesn't it? So I don't know. I didn't actually, while sciencing it later, we'll have to see. But the lava fire explosion worm continues to maneuver with the infinite gold. Oh, I know what I might skip. I get some perks later. It's just filling up my slots. You know what I mean? I might skip that a little bit later. Essentially an on-the-fly edit. Just because it's. I don't want to. When the difference is, right, when I'm actually running and talking at the same time, you kind of, you can't help if you're just doing a press record, have a run, when you finish, turn off record. But now I'm not actually playing, it's a bit different, So I might just give it a hot skip. It feels like it's wasting my time and your time a little bit more when I can actually change it on the fly because I've got full editing. Well, I can maneuver. I can, turn, get the old, yeah, I can. But we've already been here, of course, with all the black holes. You can see the destruction already. I'm coming down here just to double check. Even if you've collected an orb in, say, East or Westworld, or Main World, if you're going for 33, because I've just come here to collect all other 10 orbs, it's very, very, very sensible to go check. We just saw it's already gone. There was no orb there. But all these dudes on fire. I do love to fuck up this place. Any place there is no poly, oh, the amount of destruction I like to, bring to that place. Just because every other place you have to be a little bit sensible, and who wants to be sensible in Noita when you've got double glass cannon? But everybody on that place is on fire because, well, to be fair, they deserve it for not putting poly around the place. They should know. They should know better. Saying that, there is a little bit. I'll let me just move. Yep. There's a little bit of a black bar on the side. Oh, I am so fucking scuffed. I think there's a little bit of a bar at the bottom as well. But I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm just going to leave it be. I don't want to fuck up anything about the recording more than we already do. Again, I am the king of scuff when it comes to streaming and recording, but we get away with it. I think we have a great and fun time. And for anybody wanting a great and fun time, hey, we stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. We've got our 3-year anniversary on Sunday. Well, we're going to be going through a load of roguelike games. I'm going to be drinking. We're going to have a fucking smashing time. 3-year anniversary, man. It's gone so quick. And I haven't done YouTube for all those 3 years. It's only been about 2 years I've done YouTube. Maybe 2 1/4. But of course, we're just re-rolling now. We essentially just get some nice little, we get more slots. I'll get this one slot. Yeah, and that's what happens for the next, Yeah, you see? On the fly editing. We look at a few, you know, ones, and we head back up. You see, we just saved each other a few minutes there. Big clap. Big thank yous all around, you know. I hope you spend those 5 minutes of your life well, you know? I really do. I hope you can use them. Oh, I should have taken that Chaos Larper. Oh, I'm a bitch. I should pay attention. And this is the thing, right? I'll notice things now I'm not playing. You know, right, you'll see it in the comment section. You'll see it in Twitch chat. You say, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? How could you miss this? How could you miss that? It's so different playing, talking, streaming, recording than it is just watching. It really is. It's so different. Like, as a person who's not playing, I can notice all sorts of things right now. Hold on, why didn't I fuck with that? Oh, I decided not to abuse the reroll machines too much because I'm going Westworld. Because the reroll machine can fix itself after about 800, 900 rolls, you know? I decided, because when I went down then, I probably used about 100 rerolls. That's why I skipped it a little bit, you know? Moved it forward. I was just there rerolling for about 5 minutes. Sheep! Good old sheep. I wonder what those sheep with wings are about, you know? I really wonder. It's confusing. This place is confusing, you know? Am I in Westworld now? Am I? If I'm in Westworld now, I will go down and to the left after this. Because I decided to start my orb hunt by going to the orb at 350Y axis. The harder one to find on the left. But we'll see after this little extra one capacity. I can't remember. I really can't. I can, but I can't. I don't know how far I skipped, shall we say. And extra one capacity. We've got very little to go. It's nearly at 25. But no, I shouldn't have skipped that far. Oh, come on. It is looking for the slots. Pick it up. Pick it up. There you go. We got a bit of slime blood. We got a bit of stainless. As you see. No, I haven't gone yet. In fact, I might just properly, you know. Since all I'm doing is going up, as soon as we get to the surface, because there's nothing eventful happening on the surface. Hey, I might do this more often, you know? It would take me double the amount of time to actually record stuff, but I think this is actually better. Let me know what you think in the comment section compared to what I normally do. I don't mind being a little bit scuffy and on the fly and doing this, you know, even though it's obvious what I'm doing and very unprofessional. I've never been one to be, you know, wholly professional. You know, now across the surface we go blum 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 blum, and we just get more slots in Westworld. Oh no, we're in the main world. Yeah, we're in the main world now, and we've still got some slots to do in, some slime blood there. I was trying to look for gas blood as well. Oh, we did get an extra life. Oh, fair enough. I was thinking about concentrated. It would be very nice with the mana to power and anything else we put on the Call Me Killing wand. It'd be an extra bit of damage. A bit of extra recoil as well for the shot. So I decided not to. Bit of a spoiler there, like about a 3-second spoiler. But stainless, you know, you can never have too much protection. Ching. And some crit. I wanted to get 100% crit to make sure, you know. We got the 5 times damage automatically. I don't care about any extra damage beyond that, really. because the mana to power will do the rest of the work for me, I think. This ends up fucking me up. I had liquid on my cape because the slime blood, you know, so I lost all my stainless. So we actually took a heavy hit from that. And now I think we've got full... Yeah, we took a bit of faster ones as well, because if I build the wand with a lot of modifiers on it, it's going to reload quite slowly. So anything I can do to speed it up with the faster ones, yeah. I'm building this wand, the Call Me Killing wand with the mana to power, to be, you know, a one-shot, heavy-hitting wand. It shouldn't matter how long it takes to reload. Because of the way 33 Orb Call Me works is, you know, you take one big shot, you wait, see what it does. He will then put his shield up, you wait till the shield drops, and then you do another big shot. He puts his shield up, and you know, you go on a bit of a rotation. Come on, I should have taken that extra life, but what am I looking for? Just keep on rolling. Keep on... Oh, crit? That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one at all. We've already taken all the extra HPs. And being at, like, 360 HP, not so bad, you know? So we are, you know... Oh, I know what I did, right? In Eastworld, when I got to the bottom, I immediately just... Whoa, that polyman, that nearly took me right out. But yeah, when I went to check the orbs in Eastworld, went through the portal to the main world, went all the way up, and when you saw me on the top of the world, that was me going, you know, to Westworld, which we find ourselves now in Westworld, going down to, you know, 350. Oh, it's actually about 400. Well, it's 450 actually. To get this orb. The most pain in the ass orb to actually find. Well, one of the two most pain in the ass orbs. But at the rate in which I'm hauling ass, this is probably the fastest I've ever found the orbs. You know, we got into a nice rotation in both east and west. Found the pain in the ass orbs super nicely, super smoothly. They were lovely to me this time. It can take hours to get 33 orbs. Literally just such a time sink. But again, I do need some Berserk. Again, like I said, the teleport and Fluxium I'm carrying, you can't use guiding powder to find orb locations in Westworld or Eastworld, so hey, another one down, 34, or 24, sorry. Numbers, you know. Yeah, they're having a party here with all the light effects, mate. Come on. Yeah, we do like a few explosions around the place, but gotta, you know, admit, could be some poly around, especially in a place like that. I was very happy I didn't get freezing field because it allows us to do something like this. Now, we float in water for days. Like, if I use my levitation, we just float upwards. Sorry. I didn't realise that was the bottom of the screen. Yeah, if I use levitation, we just float. It takes ages to start falling again. But yeah, Dark Souls, man. I can see, I was looking up the history of no-hit Dark Souls as well, and fuck me, is that convoluted and complex. The amount of people got involved in the Dark Souls community to bring it forward to do some of the most insane shit I've heard about. Like no-hit Dark Souls, and then they decided to do no-hit Dark Souls series, and then, you know, no-hit, no-level Dark Souls series. Insane, just absolutely insane. And again, playing the game, it's not that the bosses are even that difficult, you know. Most of the bosses haven't held me back that much, you know. It's been between 5 and 7 attempts, and then we've got it. We learn quite rapidly here at LST when it comes to, you know, trial and error and game mechanics. We kick some ass, we do. And Dark Souls is one of those that you expect it to be really difficult, and the normal enemies kind of help train you for boss fights as well, even though the boss fights are just huge and super aggressive and domineering, and they work on... In Enter the Gungeon, you know the kill pillars? And how they jump up and down and use a lot of bullets? It works on intimidation factor. The game makes you a worse player of the game and makes the boss fight better through intimidation. You think, oh, how am I ever going to do this? Even though the answer is right in front of your face. Sometimes. In Dark Souls, like, literally, the Capra Demon, I literally wandered through the door. Within half a second, I had died. Like, literally, Capra Demon just came along, within half a second, just slammed down a big sword machete on me, and I died. Like, you literally have to know to dodge roll within the first quarter of a second. Well, you're dead. But we did make sure we didn't have liquid on our cape for that traversal. But very nice. Wandering into hell once again. Again, that little crystal ain't got nothing on me, even though he can fire at me. I'd have to be directly on it to get hit with my repulsion. But I do love a travel one like this, you know? A little bit noisy, a little bit visually noisy. But we get back on Dark Souls tomorrow. I had a little day off stream today, you know, with the anniversary of the stream on Sunday, where we're going to be doing, you know, a long stream. I'm not putting a YouTube video out on Sunday. We'll be just going long on stream, having a party, essentially. You know, nice little roguelike gaming party with some Dark Souls thrown in. A little bit of Dark Souls. We're going to have a lot of variety on Sunday. You know, checking out some things on the internet. Roguelike gaming. A lot of different roguelikes. Going through most of the roguelike games we've ever played on the stream. Undermine, Enter the Gungeon, Noita, and several others that, you know, we've dabbled in now and again. Probably Nuclear Throne, but I need to install a mod for Nuclear Throne Together, where, you know, you can get 60 frames per second, because playing Nuclear Throne in 30 frames per second is kind of jarring until you get used to it. If you've been playing a lot of smooth gaming, roguelike gaming, going back to Nuclear Throne, that's 30 frames per second, really, really, really jarring, you know? Super jarring, in fact. However, after a while, you do get used to it. And that's why Nuclear Throne was such an awesome game, in terms of the arcadiness and the difficulty and just the brutality that we all, you know, have a bit of enjoyment for in roguelike games. Because, again, I think a lot of roguelike game fans don't like their handheld, you know, in modern gaming, where a lot of games do that, you know. Auto-saving, you know, just constantly trying to help you out. I mean, I like a game that wants you to win and gives you the tools to win. However, when the enemies get easier because you die, I'm not a fan of that, you know. A lot of games can have a progressive difficulty system where if you die, the game gets easier. Actually, didn't Max, like, one of my favourite games, like, series, Max Payne, I think Max Payne might have done that. Max Payne 2, I think. I can't remember, though. Maybe Max Payne 3 as well. But I can't remember. There's some games I remember that kind of progressive difficulty system, where the game gets easier if you die, but the game gets harder if you don't die. I don't like that. Just, you know, either have a difficulty setting at the very beginning of the game and explain what that means in terms of, you know, moving forward. I mean, don't need to give information, but, you know, it's courteous. Or just be like Noita, chuck you in at the deep end and say, well, go fuck yourself. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. You either like the game or don't. Well, they offer an experience. And with Noita, again, it's... When I first started playing the game, literally, I would just look at wood burning and be in awe of what they managed to pull off with the, you know, pixel simulation. Another orb. I mean, that's 28. 28 orbs in like 40 minutes. I mean, not 28 because we had, you know, 13 to start off with. But we do grab a little bit of a buzzsaw here, even though we have the Giga and the Omega saw. It's good to have a little bit of variation because the Omega saw blade could get me killed. We'll talk about that later on. But we just pull off a similar rotation. We started at a different place in Eastworld for the first orb we went. But when we went down to Hell, when we went up here, we've essentially flowed into the same rotation for Eastworld as Westworld to get the orbs. And that's what you kind of need to do. You know, give yourself a familiarity since they're in the exact same location. And the actual biomes are very similar as well. The biome, like the actual biome locations. I'm not sure if all of the biome squares or rectangles are exactly the same. Like if the enemies are the same, if the actual terrain is the same, but the actual location, the actual entirety of the biomes will be in the exact same location. The orbs will be in the same location. There isn't actually that much variety in that. However, you know, I think potions and wands will be different. So you do have that. Hey, 29. And getting so close now to our ultimate goal. Uko, I tell you what, the Uko's around here, man. It's a friendly place, you know? It's such a friendly place. But we have 4 more love. I think we end up getting a 5th more love, whether we actually showed it in the video. I don't think we did. But I ended up getting a 5th because in New Game Plus, if you want to go shopping, don't go Hell. Hell is horrible in New Game Plus for shopping. You want to go up top, go to Heaven, you know? Go up the work up top. That's got some really good shopping. Much better shopping than Hell. Oh, the splash of this digging wand. I love it. Where does Noita get all this power from? You know? The conservation of energy and stuff. You know, the laws of physics. What even? And that's number 30. Not so much now. But we'll just head back to the surface. There's only 3 left. The one on top of the pyramid, one under the pyramid, and one at the altar. So, hey, we'll just worm our way up and, I think I take a shortcut here. I say a shortcut. I think I deviate to actually go to the bottom of the pyramid instead of going to the top of the world first and then, you know, getting the one on top of the pyramid and booping down. But that was East Water, you know, just a big chunk of water. Looks like there's a big chunk of gold. In regular world? Well, in non-New Game Plus? In New Game Plus, I don't think there is the big chunk of gold anymore. Not the one we always go to anyway, so... Yeah, digging, you know, comes in so many forms in Noita, but it is an integral part of the game. You gotta learn how to dig, you know? You gotta learn how to, you know, mine and... Well, not really mine as much as just destroy. It's a bit of a different process, right, you know? Although you can destroy while mining, you know? All TNT, blowing stuff up to then mine, you know? When I was at uni, I did history at university, and in the history building, yeah, we took our flummoxing and get some more ambrosia. We're looking for berserk now as well. In the history building, we did our historying in. There was a door, and it had a big kind of, I say a big, it had a kind of notice on it saying explosive studies. There's our berserk. And I was really annoyed that when I was applying for university, that just went right over my head. I didn't see that. It didn't get advertised that I could study in explosive studies. You know? I mean, what the fuck? Why? Like a bit of a pyromaniac. Growing up, I had a little bit of a fascination with explosives. Hey, I never got into, you know, destroying anything. Fortunately, you know, that's just not cool. You know, you probably blow your hand off, you know. And it was all kind of nicely contained just in theory. But still, you know, exploding shit. Yeah, there's a certain kind of fascination with it. Hence why Noita is a nice kind of, you know, what's the word? Cathartic exercise in, you know, a life not lived. I could have, you know, theorized an explosives and stuff if I'd paid attention during my formative years. But nope. I simply missed that. While at uni, I should have actually asked, can I change? You know, history is great. I love history. It's beautiful. You learn a lot about life, how things are and were. You do, like, if you've seen the state of the internet, and you've seen the state of people these days, I mean, there's a lot of good people out there, but there's also a lot of just absolute brain morons. And I think people do it intentionally. I think people, especially online, are intentionally dense. You know, especially in message boards, YouTube comments, Twitch chat. And my chat and YouTube comments are brilliant. You're all wonderful, by the way. 10 out of 10. Can't complain. You know, you're all beautiful people. Majority of you, anyway. But seriously, if you you know, go around the internet, you can't deny the fact that some people are just fucking, you know, don't have two brain cells to rub together. And again, I think it's intentional. I think, you know, they use it as an excuse to. Again, it's a cathartic exercise. Sometimes you just need to act stupid because, you know, modern life around you is so stupid, right? So you just want to fit in. However, like looking at history, and you think, like, what a world we live in. Looking at today's kind of modern society, and think we're all so fucking, you know, we're done for as a species. Humanity is done for, you know. We're all gonna go the way of the dodo if we keep acting like this. But then you learn some history, and then you realize humanity's always been like that, and yeah. It's kind of nice to know that. Or it doesn't make it any better to deal with at the moment. But you know, it's alright. Stupid shit has always been around, constantly, forever. Until the end of time, stupidity will reign. We'll have to deal with it. We are not exempt, you know. I have been, and still will be, a stupid motherfucker on a global scale. But, yeah. 31! Yeah. You know, history gives you some context, and it's nice to have that context, just so you're not confused about how and why. Do get kind of paranoid here that, you know, I'm going to get bombarded. We are in Westworld after all. I think a rocket comes down here. Yeah, the rockets, green rockets. There was a madman up there who could have polled me. Yeah, let's have a scoot across the desert into the trees. And by the way, fuck the trees. I had to wait for it prematurely. Almost got into that statement too early. But the bubbles, my previous detonations, got the best of me. And the final orb. So that was like 50 minutes at most. Yeah, it was 51 minutes 32 seconds since I started the video. Whew, 19 orbs. Not bad. Of course, if we did do the original starting, you know, was it 13? It would have taken a bit longer. But now, back to the main world. We have our full wand. We start now thinking about what we might do with this mana to power wand. Now, I had a worry that a projectile modifier could swallow all the extra damage. So we decided to check that out, you know. Teleport doesn't do any damage. So we decide to test it out. Now, I'm gonna Yeah, that is the 50,000 damage with the crit. That is a sexy amount of damage right there. Oh, yes. So, we know the mana to power is most definitely working. Is that always crit? Just checking how many extra lives we've got, I think. Oh, no, we're looking at crit. So we have 3 closer. We have 10 crit, by the way. Yeah. And we have like 15 extra lives, which some I used diving into the sun the other day. Yeah, teleport doesn't do any damage, so we can accurately determine the amount of damage. Which, again, it's about 50k. I think I saw 50k anyway. On a crit. So I don't think glass cannon is actually being utilized. Or the full weight of damage isn't being utilized, I don't think. I'm not sure. It's hard to actually judge. Because I don't math. And the numbers, the damage numbers, right, come up so quick. They should have been a different colour than red, to be honest. Because, you know, when you kill an enemy, a load of blood comes out if an explosion's around, glass cannon. You can't see shit, right? It's a little bit annoying. But teleport's perfect to test damage on. It really is. There's probably a few other things. But just the rainbow to see, just to test the mana to damage doesn't get swallowed up by a modifier. It doesn't. That was clearly a lot of numbers right there. And I don't see why it would. We just, you know... The last time I used mana to damage, I think I was using it on the 26 spellcast one. Look at the Omega Swordblade. So we're not actually going to use this one once we put it on, you know? But that's what we think we might use. Now, because I'm going to dismantle certain ones, put heavy damage on it. It doesn't need the piercing, but why not shove it on anyway? Just for a little bit of extra oomph. Actually, doesn't piercing remove damage? Might take it off now that I think about it, but we're putting heavy on. And of course, we're going to go up to heaven, get some divide buys, and utilize a lot of extra damage. But here's the thing, right? Heavy shots slow down projectiles. When I shoot, if I put a divide by on the heavy, it will really, really, really slow down the Omega Swordblade. So much so that it just looks like a square box really floating in midair. Now what I can do, with my repulsion, I can charge at the Omega Swordblade and use my repulsion with homing to push it into the boss fight, into the colony, you know? So it actually then ends up in the middle of him. And it starts doing damage, and the homing takes over while it's in him. And hopefully he doesn't move much during the whole process. I was thinking about flock of ducks. However, it will require... maybe we put ping pong on as well. Because with the heavy, ping pong, it won't actually move back and forth. Again, heavy has a real big effect on all projectiles. Increased timer? Right, here's the problem, right? If we use a Mega Swordblade and we put it in Colney, he is eventually going to get a shield up and then reflect the Swordblade back to me. Now, most of the time when I'm using a Mega Swordblade, I'm using the spell /cast 26 wand. So if I put a divide by anywhere on the wand, it normally ends up making many Swordblades, like 10 to 100 of them. If Colney ends up reflecting them, they get a lot of propulsion. Like, we're talking like supersonic speeds of propulsion, and they go flying all around the map, and if they hit me, they put me down to 1 HP. Now we can take the black hole off our teleport wand and put the healing on, and with the Tau we might be able to heal even with Nola. We could always take Nola off as well. But of course, double homing, a bit of venomous accuracy, probably not needed, but you know, we've got 25 slots, and hopefully with the mana to damage we don't actually need to put much on apart from, say, divide by in some tactical places, maybe some accelerating shots to get around the heavy shot a little bit, make sure it fires. The one massive problem is we can't use a delivery system. We can't use a trigger or a timer. The timer or trigger will take up the always cast, and swallow the damage where I want it applied to the thing that's being used, that's using all the extra modifiers on top of it. So we can just have one thing doing all the damage. I don't want any kind of separation of damage. And that'll be the wand. Right then. With the extra shields as well, because Call Me at 33 Orbs, even before 33 Orbs, does poly shots. We actually got another repulsion as well, I think, when I skipped before. Yeah, the writing's on the wall for Call Me. He's going to get fucked on. He's going to go down. There's nothing he can do. But we are absolutely ready. We've got Berserk for the double damage. Double glass cannon for 25 times damage. Living on the edge. No, yeah, for the 3 times damage. So glass cannon 25. Living on the edge. 3 times we need to be below 25 HP. In fact, 25% HP. What we will do, however, we're going to go up to heaven. We're going to get blood magic. We're going to put on my main mana to damage wand for the boss kill quite a few mana to damage. Sorry, we're going to put blood magic on it, which will take, for every instance, 4 HP. So we can take away our own HP to get below 25%. So we can get that triple damage. And, at the same time, power up our wand. Because the blood magic is 100 mana for every blood magic for 4 HP per shot. It also speeds up the shot, which isn't inconsequential. It depends though, because we'll need a healing wand. But like I said, we'll put the healing with the teleport. The problem is with double glass cannon, the more damage you do, the more you'll heal. So it'll be a full heal every time we hit a healing projectile. Maybe not if we don't put piercing on it. Oh no. But the accelerating shot, of course. So the only projectile I can have on that wand is the one that I need to do the damage with. No triggers, no materials and stuff as well, because that might affect it. No lumi drills, no chainsaws. Ping pong might be viable. Ping pong could actually help again with the heavy shot and actually not having it be, you know, just not really created into existence. Right. Yeah, the black hole, since we're in the main world, we don't really need to travel anymore. What I will do, though, is probably destroy all of the lava around the boss fight, because that lags a little bit. You know, the more particles there are around the place, the more lag you might get. So next time, what we're going to do, we're going to go up to heaven. We're going to shop for some really good stuff. We can buy everything there. You know, we can just strip all of our inventory down to the bare minimum. Buy everything that is going to be beneficial for the boss fight. I am really, really, really bad at building 33-year-old boss fights as well. 33-year-old boss fight ones. So, we can definitely check if the mana to damage is going to do anything beneficial, because my history of building 33-year-old boss fight one-kill, one-shot ones is terrible. Really terrible. However, I've learned a few things here and there, and it will be really, really obvious if the mana to damage does me a service in that regard. It's gonna, again, I'm just going to be able to easily clock if the mana to damage is being, you know, applied in a beneficial way that is killing Call Me rapidly for me. What an adventure it's been with the reroll break, with the 33 orbs. It's been a journey. Much like the journey in Dark Souls at the moment, hey, we're on some great challenges at the moment. It's been a great time. And again, if anyone did watch the previous upload, sorry about the little bit of a bait there. Thank you for the comment mentioning the lack of voiceover, because, to be fair, I should have paid attention. Should have, but, you know. Hey, you know, I had some time not to fix it, so it's all good. But thank you anyway. And, yeah, we're all ready. We're going to go up to heaven next time. Go down to Call Me. Build us a fantastic wand. But once again, highly appreciate, my friends, you joining us here today. I've been Suffer of Let's Suffer Together. If you do enjoy the content, we also stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together with some good interactive live entertainment. Come and drop by and say hi. and watch some video games and see your boy. Let's suffer together. But, you know, thank you for your time, enjoying this content, these videos. If you do enjoy it, you know, click that like button, subscribe, ring that bell. All that good shit. I really appreciate it. You know, and it helps support the content, gets out there to people who enjoy this kind of content as well. But until next time, my friends, take care, take it easy. I'll see you on the next video, next stream. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, my friends. See you soon.